Oh, back to disco.
이유는 잃지 않아 끝나니까 구름까지 완벽하잖아 뭔가 다른 눈빛에 끌린 너지만 익숙하게 탐색할 뿐이야 아닌 척 덤덤하게 네 곁을 스쳐가 You can take me down 일부러 눈을 맞추고 감히 날 보며 웃어도 You can
Gio's voice is so powerful. Ooh. I'm a fool for you.
날 보다가 너무 다칠라 아후 Yeah it's alright 모른 척 당당하게 다시 널 상처가 이젠 그만 자극하지 마 신경 쓰니까 괜히 또 눈을 맞추고 보란 두 수를 던져도 퍼지는 건 끝 돌아서면 끝 선 넘은 순간 몰라도 몰라 No no way I can't keep my cool 이상해 안돼 너 때문에 흔들릴 뻔한 태도로 baby I want it you know 제대로 나줄 생각 없어 like a fool baby I want it you know 표정까지 다 I try to play it cool gotta play it cool 당기는 건 내가 해 push and pull 발끝까지 다 I try to play it cool gotta play it cool 미는 것도 내가 해 push and pull 날 이긴 척하지 말아줘 내 맘 다 안다는 듯 Say no say no yeah 웃기게도 싫진 않지 뭔가 홀렸던 것만 같지 But
Dang.
I can play cool yeah you losing control
Oh,
때문에
nice.
흔들릴 뻔한 태도로 baby I want it you know 제대로 나줄 생각 없어 like a fool baby I want it you know 표정까지 다 I try to play it cool gotta play it cool 당기는 건 내가 해 push and pull 발끝까지 다 I try to play it cool gotta play it cool 미는 것도 내가 해 push and pull
Damn. That was beautiful. And this song was by Gio, Sana, and Dion. The way Gio delivered I try to play it cool and all that kind of stuff. Like the rapping section kind of is almost like reminiscent of Chaeyoung. I'm not sure if maybe it was inspired by her in a way. Like like the mannerisms and stuff like that almost like made me think of her instantly. Um, and as far as like this relationship and like this stalemate between us being a push and pull and like the girls are being on the side of uh both parties are pushing each other, pulling each other, and there's literally lyrics of the girl saying, I'm the main character, you're not going to win this one. If you think I'm easy, you'll hurt yourself. And then it seems like towards the end, Sana says, yeah, you're losing control. So they are winning the battle of being of not being pulled, but rather push. They're winning the battle in any case, and the person who's losing control. This again has almost like this retro-y vibe, which fits very very well with the kind of relationship, much like Fall in Love Again, that it kind of portrays. As far as falling for that person, and trying to act cool. Like I almost like imagine a scene in like some kind of a disco inspired themed bar or something, nightclub and whatnot, and like two people are trying to play the game of push and pull, and one person is trying to impress the other. One person is trying to act cool and not let the other person show that they're interested and trying to act cool. Basically, you are attracted to something different. I'm just accustomed to exploring. This is really really cool. So you see me and you see someone different, but I'm just on an exploration path. So I'm acting as if you're nothing special, uh, as I'm calmly passing by your side. Uh, but I'm not gonna let myself show that I'm falling for it, which is really, really, really cool. I love like the back and forth with the between the girls with the I can't keep my cool and all that kind of stuff, as it almost like it's like the pre-chorus, if I'm not mistaken. It's really, really interesting. I like the dynamic of the song. The girls played off of each other very, very, very nice, especially with the chorus. This song is absolutely beautiful. It paints a very vivid picture, and I can like reading the lyrics and kind of like listening to the songs, I'm just imagining an entire scene in my head. And it's quite cool, and the actual musical arrangement and everything is really really beautiful. I love the dynamic between these three, and this was quite lovely. Let's move on to the next song. So this one is Nayeon, Momo, and Chaeyoung. Okay. Hello.
Hello, we up on the city. So good, I'm ready. 이 순간 탁 트인 복잡한 도시 위 fanfare hands in the air. Ooh. Hello, we up round this city. So cool, I'm ready. 아슬한 이 느낌 떠올라. That we all fanfare hands in the air. Ooh. 나쁜 말로 I'm a bad chick. Ay, 좀더 다른 말로 I'm the baddest.
I love Momo's voice here.
Ay, 한번 내 맘까지. Yeah, 감춰봐줘 표정 보면 알지.
Oh, Chaeyoung.
우아하지 입술이 뭔가 홀린 the move. Make a man when I do this. I don't act, I just do.
Nice.
Oh. 왜 말이 못해 재미없게. Ah yeah, ain't no one come better me. I know. Ah yeah, ain't no one 너도 알고 있잖아. Stop and just do something. 가까이 와봐 자신 있게. Ah yeah, ain't no one compare to me. I know. Ah yeah, ain't no one 너 선미만 보여줘. Hello, we up from this city. So good,
Oh, love the production.
순간 탁 트인 복잡한 도시 위 fanfare hands in the air. Ooh. Hello, we up from this city. So good, I'm ready. 아슬한 이 느낌 떠올라 하는 we all fanfare hands in the air. Ooh.
Damn.
너의 맘에 기름 붓지.
Oh.
Made to be fire 가열된 분위기. Ay, I'm doing 모두 아는 사실. 대는 삼키는 너도 to forget it. Armageddon when I get it, make the world shake. 처음이지
I'm too ill as my temperature is rising.
Run the city like a mare. Ay, to fly, get out of my airspace. Do something 왜 말을 못해 재미없게.
Nice play on the words. Damn, twice?
Hello, we are from this city. So cool, I'm Liddy. And I am OCY, read twice off and fair hands
Nice.
in the air. Ooh.
Nice. NYMOCI we twice. Nice. This is really damn, this was really, really I did not expect this vibe, even though now it makes sense. I love this song. I love the energy. I love the fact that like with everything that they're showing, like kind of like talking your shit in a way, but also like, hey, come here closer, uh, with confidence. Show me your feelings. I would be very scared to show those feelings, to be honest. And the fanfare, hands in the air, is really really cool. Like acknowledging the fandom in a way, is really really cool. I love the play on words here. In bad words, I'm a bad shit. I wonder how badly they wanted to say bad bitch, but maybe somebody prevented them from saying that because it was too extreme to someone's liking, perhaps. I get whatever I want, even your heart at once, which is literally a reference to the fandom, which is really, really cool. But also, I'll get everything in one swift motion. I also love that even like acknowledging the feelings of a person that sees them and wants to say something but is afraid to, as they literally say, do something, why can't you talk, it's no fun. But they also say this dangerous feeling rising above the sky, as far as the feelings of that person who sees them, made to be fire, the heated atmosphere, the I'm too ill, a fact everyone knows, the temperature that has swallowed the sun, as far as being ill, being sick as if, fever, but sick as in, sick as hell, being cool and being badass and whatnot. It's a really nice play on words. And Armageddon, when I get it, make the world shake, is also a really nice touch. A rare case when you see a character like this. Also very, very, very cool. At night I run the city like the mayor to fly, get out of my airspace. Again, I love the dynamic between all three of them, and I also love like the rapping with Momo and Chaeyoung, and then Nayeon comes in with the softer vocals as it kind of breaks up the rap section. In the beginning, it was really really cool. And there's something about Momo's delivery, not just here but also with iKON. uh there's something very very expressive and almost like animated about her, and it's really really awesome. And yeah, I mean, this song was badass. Let's move on to the next one. So this one is Changyeon, Mina, and Tsui.
You always say 1, 2, 3 당연한 네 흐름이 내겐 어려운 거야 널 지치게 한
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The second Changyeon said 1, 2, 3, it reminded me of the delivery in Mamamoo's Elila, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of the song. I know the song that I'm talking about, but the pronunciation of the name, I'm not sure. But oh.
You always say 1, 2, 3 당연한 네 흐름이 내겐 어려운 거야 널 지치게 한 거야 이 모든 걸 다 죽고도 늘 하나를 더 원했고 같이 걷고 있어도 내 걸음은 더 앞서던 내게 빠질수록 줄일 수가 없었던 내 속도 이젠 적도도 벌어진 업템포 음악에 맞춰 런앤투 난 말도 없이 1, 3, 2 우린 압박에 맞춰 뒤태로의 춤을
Nice.
너와 눈을 맞추고 너의 발에 맞출까 더 멋질 줄도 모르고 혼자만 발랐던 템포
Oh.
Should I follow your tempo, yeah. Follow your tempo, yeah.
This is really really cool.
엉켜버린 호흡에
Also, I kind of thought of EXO in the background being like, "Don't mess up my tempo." This is beautiful.
follow your tempo, yeah. Should I follow your tempo, yeah. Follow your tempo, yeah.
That would be a nice crossover. Really nice.
Should I follow your tempo, yeah. Follow your tempo, yeah. 점점 지쳐지는 널 두고 난 달렸지 one to ten. 춤을 추다 돌아보니 어느새 shadow dance. 모든 게 다 내 잘못 모르는 게 나눠줄 for. 채팅만 서로 깊이 않는 채. 시간 끌어 뭘 또 잡겠다고. 계속 밀어 뭐가 남았다고. 이래 go already ready done. 넣어줄게 like go.
This is one of the best songs on the album. Damn.
Should I follow your tempo, yeah. Follow your tempo, yeah.
That was beautiful. And again, like it keeps on coming back to the actual title of this album with Formula of Love and them being scientists and love cannot be scientifically proven in a way, and like the formula and the various amounts of fails that it has to go through in order to finally figure out that formula, if there is one. It was really, really cool because like at first I was like 1, 2, 3. I was kind of like wondering like the dance is like the equivalent of their love and all of that kind of stuff. But then to the music 1 and 2, but then it became 1, 3, 2 as far as like not following the tempo of this relationship and living life very, very fast. It's almost like the equivalent if the girls love, they love with all of their hearts and they will love you at 100 miles per hour. Whereas the person, for example, even if he did express those kinds of feelings, he was not ready for that pace. So it's almost like I loved too much and too fast. And which is why I didn't follow your tempo, and I blame myself for going from 1 to 10 and then looking back and seeing nothing but the shadow because I lost you. Like literally the lyrics were, I was always a few steps ahead. Which, you know, in other aspects, being a few steps ahead is like being smart. But in case of, you know, a relationship, being a few steps ahead is just looking at things way too far ahead where the person potentially got scared or potentially just never got to think about that 10th step that you were already on. You started off fine, but then the more you started falling for him, the more you got out of control. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, again, much like the formula of love, with O plus T with once plus twice equals love, the only one so far that managed to follow your tempo is actually once and not someone romantic, if that makes any sense. I didn't know that I'll fall. I was the only one who had I really love the fact that they created this analogy within the dance and being off tempo and stepping on someone or not following the dance, being off beat as just being recklessly in love because of the person that I am, which again is not a bad thing. And it's, you know, they even talk about how it's my fault and I'm embracing the self-blame. So it's like being in a relationship and blaming yourself for it ending because you went a little bit too fast. It's almost like if we connect like fall in love again, or maybe something like the like push and pull. Like after we got together, that is when I realized that I'm moving too fast. So like to me it like this album has like this really interesting balance of showcasing the feelings of the process of becoming in love with someone, but then the relationship ends with something like Last Waltz, whether it's ending because of death or it ends because this relationship is no longer suited for us. Like there's this really interesting balance between the process of falling in love and then the actual relationship that is just not meant to be because of the kind of person that I am, in a way. This is really, really incredible. The girls did such a phenomenal job. I honestly, every time I hear like Chonghyun's voice is absolutely incredible too. He did such a incredible job, and Mina, like there's something as I'm listening to this album, whenever I hear Mina's voice, like it instantly almost like creates like a calming effect. Like I would love for Mina to collaborate with someone and do some audiobooks or something. That would be really, really beautiful. So let's move on to the final song off of this album, not counting the feels, of course, and then we'll end this reaction here. And the feels music video will be a separate reaction on YouTube. So let's go with Candy.
Like candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. Thinking about you every night. I can't get enough. And whenever I let you out of my sight, I start to crave it too much. There's something about your love, it keeps me up. And the rush goes straight to my brain. No, baby, I don't wanna come unstuck. Don't wanna let the high go to waste. Like candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. 'Cause baby, when we're moving our feet, you got me right where I wanna be. Candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar so sweet. Oh, you like.
This is more of a fan song, I feel like.
Candy, sugar so sweet. Honey, you know the way to my heart, like strawberry lemon on ice. Every sip feels like I'm back at the start. I need it tonight. There's something about your love, it keeps me up. And the rush goes straight to my brain. No, baby, I don't wanna come unstuck. Don't wanna let the high go to waste.
Sugar high.
Candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. 'Cause baby, when we're moving our feet, you got me right where I wanna be. Candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar so sweet. Oh, you like. Candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar so sweet. Like candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. Baby, when we're moving our feet, you got me right where I wanna be. Like candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. 'Cause baby, when we're moving our feet, you got me right where I wanna be. Candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar so sweet.
Damn.
Candy, sugar so sweet.
Damn. With knowing how dedicated Twice is to their fandom and how much love they've showed them throughout their music and everything, and uh how much they love expressing their love for Once. That's literally the title of Between Once and Twice, the cover of Formula of Love with O plus T, the various references to Once, if I'm not mistaken, and in so many music videos. This definitely feels like, if we take it into the relationship consideration, uh, almost like honeymoon phase, but in terms of like the love that Twice has for Once, and vice versa. It's like the peak sugar rush high. Shout out to TXT. uh, don't let that high go to waste. As Twice and Once are high together off of this sugar rush, which is really really cool. And I I really really enjoyed this song. There's something very wholesome about it, and I know that some of the lyrics, you can easily take them into a relationship kind of place, and feel free to do so. But just with the relationship that Twice has with their fandom, it's very easy for me to kind of like go that way, instead of more the more obvious way for someone who doesn't know Twice as much, or as well, and doesn't know about the fandom and even the name of the fandom. I feel like a relationship aspect is definitely fine. This to me is like a sugar a sugar high, that is this love and this relationship that Twice has with their fandom, which is really really beautiful. And I really, really enjoyed this song. This is a wonderful way to end this album reaction. A wonderful note, a very sweet note, as like this entire album like had all of the structure of this album. And again, the Feels music video will be a separate reaction, which is why I'm ending it here with Candy. But the whole structure of this entire album is really, really interesting, as it's like the various outcomes and variables to determine the formula of love. There's all kinds of loves. There's the love that is one-sided. There's the love that is almost toxic. If we look at Rewind, for example, as far as like enduring it all, where some of the lyrics and remembering the pretty past self, my pretty past self, like not missing that person anymore, not having any thoughts and concerns about him, because our relationship wasn't like a movie that I thought it may be. There's Last Waltz, which could be taken into like breaking up on a positive note in a way, or like kind of like after hating each other or something, wanting to end this relationship on a high note, or just wanting to finish this relationship with smile, peace, and happiness. But also, if we take it into a more tragic note, like something like The Fault in Our Stars, for example, where that person may no longer be around, so I want to have a perfect memory of this relationship. um and then songs that are emphasizing more of like the process of falling in love, like Push and Pull or Fall in Love Again. Songs like Cactus, as far as being forgotten by someone, even though the lyrics were inspired by a literal cactus. Like the actual what the lyrics turned out to be, and like the OST aspect that it has to it, is really really cool, of someone who is broken that deserves and wants love. Sounds like Espresso definitely have a sprinkling of something naughty, which is actually really, really cool whenever Twice does something that is a little bit more on the straightforward side, even though it can still be interpreted in a more wholesome, angelic kind of way, and not as naughty if you try a little bit harder. But uh, all of these songs, and 132 too, as far as like being the only one who loves so deeply and so so much as opposed to the other person that uh was going at a different pace, at a different tempo. And it's not that I couldn't keep up, it was just too slow for me. If I love with all of me. And that person didn't. It was too much for him. So it's like being overwhelmed. Like there's all of these different kinds of loves that are being expressed, different dynamics, different ups and downs, as far as like being high off of this love to wanting to see the real, like literally the real you, wanting to see not the version of you that you are trying to show off to impress me, but the real you who smiles when they see my eyes and all that kind of stuff. Like from the more serious notes to the more disco e kind of retro vibe, I feel like this album did a phenomenal job of balancing sweet and sour, almost as if. And to end this reaction with the song Candy, on a very sweet note, with an album that is filled with sweet and sour too, is really really cool. And also like the sassiness that they provide with Icon and something like Hello was really really awesome too. This album was absolutely incredible. It's definitely worth the high praise that you guys had for it, and I can definitely understand why you guys wanted me to check this album so much. And you know, I was incredibly hyped about it, and it not only did it live up to all of the expectations that I had, but it exceeded them so much with, you know, all of the aspects and complexities and the different emotions that the girls portrayed. Like it had a little bit of everything in it. And all in all, I really love the fact that like this song, this album for the most part, it is literally quite like figuring out the formula of love. And then the Candy song, almost like the love that is the purest, is the one that Twice have with their fandom, in a way. So this was absolutely wonderful. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, check out the Patreon if you want to see some exclusive content, including Twice content such as 16 Sees the Light and Time to Twice. I believe I'm 8 or 9 seasons in, and much, much more content on other groups such as Blackpink, Stray Kids, Mamamoo, BTS, and more, as well as survival shows and K-dramas as well. If you want to see the full list of all of the available reactions, go into the link below. There's a full list of all of the available reactions in the tier. You do not have to sign up in order to see that list, but if you see something that you may like, consider subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and the Feels music video reaction will be available around the same time as this video is out, so check it out after this one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful week. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.